This is my JDM Integra, which is the latest car we've got in our trade series. In the last episode, you guys seen the car catching fire.
It's smoking, it's smoking, it's smoking, we're on fire, stop! Oh.
So we'll give you guys an update about the fire scenario later in the video, but first we're going to speak about the good points and the bad points about this Integra. One of the most important things, which is a good thing about the car, is the condition of the interior. This being a 1996 car, the interior is in really good condition. For a car 28 years old, the condition of the interior really doesn't reflect this. There is some wear on the driver's bolster, but even this is nowhere near as bad as I've seen before. And if you've ever sat in these Recaros, you'll know how comfy they are. Even the original floor mats are in great condition, as are the door cards and all the switches. And from my valeting experience, I would say a good clean would bring this interior back to perfect condition. Another good thing about the car is the previous owner's history. Now, Ross was the only owner of the car, technically, I would say, in the UK since it came from Japan. It went to an import company, Tegawa or something like that, it told me. Tegawa Imports, I can see it right there. Since he bought it off Tegawa, he's been the only owner of the car, which is a huge plus point. I've actually not even opened this folder since I bought it. I want to actually say that I was sent the pictures, we went and seen it, and that was pretty much it. We didn't start the engine until that time that it caught fire, and there is so much I didn't really check about the car. We just had to take it at face value, and I've no checked the MOT history, and I've no looked through the folder. The deal was already done before he gave me this, so I'll have a wee quick peek, but I'm not going to bore you guys. So there's the original bill for the car. So he paid £5,300 for the car in the 3rd of January 2008. There's the original sale of the car, which is quite mad. This is also, well, that's all in Japanese, so quite class. I'm not going to bore you guys just now, but I want to show you something which I have some from the Pulsar as well. It's tax discs. So if you're my age, you'll remember these well. The young generation won't, but you used to have to display your tax disc on the window, and if you didn't have it displayed, so you would get a fine or whatever. And it tells you the price. So in 2014, for 6 months, was £126. People actually sell these on eBay now, by the way, for quite a bit of money. So, and these are actually mint condition. Mint in the box. Never been opened. So we'll put this back. So it's just another great point in the car, having all this history. What's good point number 3? We're actually struggling here. What is another good point in buying a car?
And buying a car? Or
no, this car. Is that it? Is there only 2 good points?
I can't think of anything else.
Oh no. There's 2 good points in buying a car, and one of them is tax discs. Is it time for the bad?
Yeah.
Which is actually better doing it that way, because it's going to take us so long to get through the bad that it was just quicker doing the good points first. Oh, here we go. So, it's now time, I think, to focus on the bad. We're going to be here, well, a long time really, but we're going to start from the back. I'm going to work my way forward, and we're going to end by showing the fire damage and trying to start the engine again. Fingers crossed. So we're going to have to start from the back, so we're starting from the boot. I don't know what to say. We're just going to get into the rust, are we? We're just going to talk about rust. Let's just talk about rust, because obviously this is just needs a cleaning. Well, we've got tail lights, but it doesn't matter because the rust is the problem in it. Right, so all good in there?
First of all, is it safe for me to come over?
I think so. Safe.
You ready for this?
I'm going to do the honours. There's a cover heat shield. I've never actually been too far into this, to be honest. But I know it's coming, because I have had an Integra before. It said it was a DC5. But, I mean, this is what I mean with interior. Everything's like, that's like brand new. Unless that's been homemade. I don't know. Let's, oh, I can see daylight already.
No.
Oh my god, this is rusted in, isn't it? Right, I think I've just broke the boot for
Oh
you.
my god. So, wow.
Right, so it snapped the bolt. Oh my god, man. Oh my god. That's like dandruff.
Oh, that's worse than I thought, if I'm honest.
Does this move it? Oh, it moves.
Look how rusty that is.
Look, there's a hole there. Look,
Did you just go through that?
I did know it. Let's do the, will it take the weight of a grown man test? I'm really scared at this point. The answer's yes. That's a pass in my books. Oh my god, man.
You're an idiot!
I didn't think it was that bad. Look at the movement in the floor. Right, so we need to fiberglass that bit.
I can't believe you just
Look, that's actually,
look.
at this point,
It looks like fabric.
the paint's actually holding the car together. That is literally, paint is stronger than the metal right now. Right, so that's the back. Right, so...
I thought you were going to say, right, so that's the bad point, so see you later.
No, that's just the back. Boot turrets. They look okay,
One here.
which is a plus point. We need to find out how much of the boot is... I mean, if that's solid inside outside, we could put one big section here, one big section there, but that's got contours in it. So I shouldn't have punched that through because we kind of want to copy the contours or buy a cut of a boot floor. But we'll check this side as well. I want to point out that this is genuinely a first. I've not done this. So anything I'm seeing right now, you guys are seeing with me for the first time. Right, that looks okay in there as well.
Let's see.
I don't know if that's a weak point on these cars though. Right, that's the boot. Right, moving forward, obviously we've got the original wheels on here. Tyres are absolutely destroyed, so we're not going to worry about them. There's still paint on the discs, so those are actually relatively new and would clean up, which is a bit of a plus point, I would say. But then if we come 6 inches forward to the bottom of the quarter and the sill,
Is it a cell?
so I've not actually ventured into this, but is that, could I put my hand in and touch the carpet is the question. Oh my god. Do you remember the episode where Marcus Rashford crashed his thing and Matt Armstrong bought it? And they signed off a bit of the Mansouri kit? I'll sign this and give it away to a subscriber. Wow. So, I kind of see the carpet, right? I can push the plastic door card. Go inside. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, stop that. It's getting worse already. Right, look at the back door card. So put the seat forward.
Right, go.
Is that? Am I pushing the door card?
Yeah.
Right, so.
Hi, you're here.
Right, so I'm going to give you the view then. If you put the camera up in here. So there, that's the door card there.
Oh, wow.
So obviously this full rear quarter is going to need taken off, and then you've got this outer box section sill, and then you've got the lower sill here, probably be an inner sill there somewhere. It could be an inner quarter along with this rear inner arch. So that's like a whole thing on its own in that quarter alone, and that's before we inspect the floor, which doesn't look great in there either. Aye.
Bits of your car at me.
So we're just going to keep going forward. I do have the sill here, like the outer plastic cover for the sill, but obviously it's not going on in that condition. So we've got obviously all the glass, the back glass, the quarter glass, the door glass, it's okay. The front windscreen does have a crack in it. Coming along here, there is some, is this door okay? One of the doors is a wee bit of, I think this door could be okay. This one, right? This wing is starting to bubble here. Starting to bubble. There, so don't know the story with that. It's going to need stripped off. Again, obviously wheels, centre caps, that's a plus point. These are actually bigger brakes, I'm sure Ross told me, they're fitted bigger brakes to it, and you can see the clearance isn't much there at all. But those are a bigger brake kit. Going around the front, so we'll talk about the roof briefly as well. So there's a lot of rust across this roof where it meets the glass, so I'm not sure if that needs a cut repair section as well. But if the glass is broken and it needs to come out anyway, so you could do it then, kind of double team. But obviously if you're going to have to weld that, it means all the roof lining and everything needs to come off, so it's not exactly easy either. Coming round the front, the bumpers dated, they've put stickers on it for, I don't know if that was a joke to cover this up, but it is whole. The lights are obviously needing wet sanded and brought back to life. The bonnet is gone, there's just no saving the bonnet, to be honest. There's no saving that. So that's a replacement job on that. We'll get in there at the end, and then we'll go round this side. We have a blistering wing again here, and we have a blistered door here, so that's probably gone as well. I don't know what it's like if I remove this plastic cover. We're going to get to that in the future, obviously with this series. There's a whole series on this, but I have jacked the car off of this sill jacking point in here. That's where I've been jacking it off. Wait there. Right, I've not been jacking it off, I just want to make that clear. That's where I've been jacking it up on this sill jacking point here. So it has actually got strength to hold the car. You can see under there where I've had to put brake line, brake pipe, fuel pipe on to replace the other one to get it running, which we're going to pay more attention to at the end of the video as well. The back quarter here is starting to blister and swell as well there. Yeah, so it's gone as well. And you can see here, it's not as bad as the other side, but it's pretty much on its way out, so you're going to have to do that as a pair. And there's blistering on the arch. And yeah, that's pretty much, that's just on the surface of this. That's what you can see. If you were to put it on a ramp and start dismantling it, we're not going to put it on a ramp, because if I put this on the ramp, it's going to kill the ramp off for a wee while. So we're going to do everything laying here out the back garden, which is kind of how I started in cars anyway. So I want to show progress, not having all the equipment all the time. Just want to show it as a normal person that if you guys would be tackling this yourself. So there's going to be extensive stripping on this to see exactly the depth coming soon in the next episode, but I want to show you all the good points and the bad points first. Where do we start? Now, we heard the engine in the last episode. It did fire and then caught fire, and we managed to avoid disaster. Obviously there was fuel there and fuel vapour because the pipe burst and we had to change the pipe. So any sort of heat doesn't need to be flame, heat will ignite fuel. So basically I was told by Ross that the power steering belt and stuff was slipping, and it actually was the alternator belt was the one that was stuck, alternator seized, which the burning rubber was throwing the smoke, and we managed to shut it off quick enough, and I've cut that belt off. So hopefully we can get it running for more than 10 seconds in this episode, so we're going to do it at the end. It is holding coolant, it is holding oil, only just the sump's a bit tatty, but everything's whole in here. The B18C engine in there, Michelle. The B18C engine is one that's sought after, especially for people doing kind of VTEC projects and stuff like that. This is a good lump to put in a classic Mini, but we've already got a B16 in that one. But things can change. But let's just talk a minute. This front slam panel is gone. That's no savable, I don't believe. We need to replace the bonnet, obviously. I don't know if the bulkhead is just a bit rough and it's no rotten. There's a wee bit of corrosion to be aware of round about this brake booster. And then we'll go into the actual chassis rails and stuff. The plan would be, obviously this would need to come out and rebuild it all. We've got some sweats happening here, so we've got leaking gaskets in here and some oil sweating out, and obviously it needs brought back to life, especially if we want to get as much out of this so that we can trade it for the next car to get the supercar. So there's extensive work in here, so the plan would be to rip this out. This full engine needs to come out and get a full overhaul and the engine bay done, but first we need to discover A, does it run, because that is a big point, and B, what is going to happen with the shell before we decide what's happening with this. So it's now time, without any more delay, to fire it up, hopefully, and let you guys hear it. We've put the battery on, because I don't want to run it off. Did you hear that? Mm-hmm. If it would just stop falling to bits so that I can start trying to put it back together. Right, let's try, here's hoping. Oh. Fuel pump. Get a couple of primes. Right, so I don't know if that battery's dead. So attempt number 1, fail. Take 2. Right. If it goes this time, it deserves a subscribe to the channel and like the video if we can get it to go this time. Deal? Wait, that doesn't count. Ah! No squeaking, no flames. The engine runs. Thanks very much for watching this video. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you can see all the future progress on the Integra. It's actually quite smooth, it's not too bad.
It sounds better than the Pulsar.
Actually.